Welcome to the Dead Wrath and Beyond podcast. I am your host, Tara.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Matt. Oh, yeah, that's me.
Go ahead.
So this week we're doing something a little bit different. We're trying to knock the rust off. We had some equipment issues, so we're recording in my car with Tara's phone. So kind of bear with us if it sounds a little on the cruddy side. We're doing our best to try to get some
It's still going to be fun.
Content to y'all.
It's going to be fun.
So this is kind of a bit of a mini-sode, as you can say.
Yeah, we just saw Bring Her Back, and we all have different takes on it. So we're going to discuss it this week.
I love that movie. I thought it was great. And if you guys don't know, these are the same people that did... What's that movie we
Talk
watched?
to Me.
Talk to Me. That's what I was like, what is that movie? And it was really good. I wouldn't say it's necessarily scary, but it was something.
I think it's scary depending on what your view of fear is.
I guess to me, the horrifying part in that movie would be going to a house as a blind kid and not knowing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't know this person in your house and then all the shit's going down.
Your walls
That's
are
fucking
down.
horrifying.
You kind of have to trust everybody around
Yes,
you.
you're like, shit.
I did really enjoy when she's walking through the house and it's all torn apart.
Yes.
And like she has no idea, and the mom's okay. So basically, spoilers. We are going to do spoilers like we always do. I'm trying to remember how this movie started. The
dad died.
There's these two kids, and it's a boy and his stepsister, and his dad died, which is her stepfather. Then they were placed into a foster home with this woman who previously had a blind daughter who passed away, who drowned in a swimming pool. And then I'm going to be honest. We saw this a couple weeks ago, and we're trying to do a review now. So bear with us if we're a little rusty on that as well. I might cut that part out. Anyway, they go to a foster home with this woman.
The boy's name was Andy. I remember that. Her brother.
I want to pause it and look up the girl's name.
It was like the brother's Andy. What's that little boy's name?
Hold on. Andy was the main character. Well, one of the main. He was the older brother, and then Piper was the younger one who was blind. And then when they move into this woman, she has her son's name is Oliver, and
what was it? She goes to that. They move in together into that girl's, and originally they don't want to take the brother. She doesn't want to take the brother, but they end up taking the brother.
Right, because he was accused of hitting his sister when they were younger.
Which he did do.
He did, yeah.
He did do that.
That was basically why they wanted to separate them. But he said, if I can prove that I've got it together for the next 3 months until I'm 18, then I can take her. So there's also this pressure of him being on his best behavior the whole time too.
Yes.
So actually that was something I thought was really interesting. Was I was so frustrated when the mom took his phone. There's this crazy scene where he's texting his friends on Snapchat or something, and he tells them like they're all a bunch of freaks.
And he's talking about the little brother.
Yeah, with Oliver.
Oliver's
and
a freak or something like that.
the mom, I can't remember her name. Matt, can you look up the actress's name? She's so good.
She did great.
Yeah, she was creepy. She was also in, we were talking about this, The Shape of Water. She was the main character in that.
Was it Wendy? No, Wendy was the...
No, right here. Sally Hawkins.
Oh.
Okay, so she played Laura. Sally Hawkins did a beautiful job at this creepy character. She asked him what he's doing on his phone, and he says, oh, it's nothing. And then she basically at one point like sneaks his phone in front of him and starts looking at his messages, which is such a wild thing to do, like your first day. And I was so frustrated because it's like, stand up for yourself, say something that's not okay. But then you have to remember he's trying to be on his best behavior, and she could easily say that he's doing this, or, I took his phone because he did this instead, which would automatically take away all custody from him. So it was spooky because like the gaslighting from her and the manipulation was so real. Like making him think he pissed himself in bed when he never fucking pissed himself. She used her own piss and like poured it on him. It's something you don't think about until, because he has a couple of scenes where he wakes up with, you could tell he wet himself. And then all of a sudden they show this scene where she goes into the bathroom and just squats over a pitcher.
Yes, and pisses in it and then pours it on him. Poor guy.
It was so crazy.
That's so fucked up.
Matt, go ahead.
I hated this movie.
Matt did not like it.
I have a different perception of horror movies. When I hear like, oh, this movie's gonna be a horror movie and stuff like that, I either want to be creeped the fuck out from blood, guts, and slashes and things like that.
Matt loves all of the Saw movies, just to give you guys an idea.
I just want like jump scares, like someone about to jump out of nowhere and beat the shit out of something. Like, it was very underwhelming for me. Like, there was the spookiness and the manipulation and the gaslighting and all that stuff that what's her face was doing and all that, that was okay-ish, but like
there was some body horror in this movie. Like there was a pretty wild scene at the end where Oliver just starts eating everything.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He just has this need to feed.
that was a little bit creepy, and you're just like, okay, and then like you realize that he's trying to do it's part of the stupid ritual,
The ritual.
bullshit and all that stuff. But like, I forgot what I said. I remember that I was like, if they did this way instead, where it was a little bit more scarier, I probably would have been like, yo, that's a better climax. But I felt like it was very anticlimactic.
I enjoyed the way it ended. Actually, it was really nice to see at the end. She's trying to do this ritual the entire time to basically take her daughter's soul using Oliver. He's supposed to eat the soul out of the body of her dead daughter, which you find out she has frozen in her shed. And then she's supposed to transfer the body into Piper. But in order for that to happen, Piper has to die in the same way as her daughter did. So the whole time it's building up to this ritual. And at the very end, Sally Hawkins' character basically realizes what she's doing is wrong and lets go of Piper. And it's kind of her way, I saw it as her way of actually letting go of her daughter.
I did as well.
And it was very beautifully tragic.
Yes. You guys, it was so genuinely disturbing. And
It was satisfying.
When
No.
you think about it, the movie like is heartbreaking and it is terrifying because when you think about it, as a mom losing a child, you go through all those motions. You would do anything. You would do. To me, if I had a child, I would do the exact same shit she did.
100%.
That would drive me insane, and I would be doing some crazy shit like that. So not only is it like disturbing, but it's also like fucking tragic. It's heartbreaking.
You can
And
feel
like
the desperation.
you feel what the mom is feeling for sure.
It's kind of wild too because the whole time you can tell she's not doing the ritual right. Like things keep going wrong, or it's taking too long, or she's looking up. Her manically watching these episodes of they're called the Black Angel videos. And there's a whole website I found.
I love when you sent that link. I said, yes.
It's so cool. It's basically like it's called the blackangels.com or something. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. But it's pretty much a dark web inspired looking website where you can buy like haunted relics or buy these tapes. And so you can tell that she found these tapes in a frantic way of trying to bring her daughter back, or she knew about them ahead of time and then resorted back to them somehow.
I could see that.
Yeah, she's frantically watching these tapes throughout the whole movie and that was my favorite part was when you watch these tapes. It kind of had like that Sinister vibe to it.
Yes.
Matt, did you like Sinister?
I love Sinister. Sinister honestly was kind of damn scary. Like,
Sinister was terrifying.
I remember like I sat there, I downloaded Sinister, like this is back in the pirating days. Like I'm not gonna like I sat there on my computer and I'm sitting there watching this movie like face away from the screen and I'm just sitting there like ooh. Like the
probably
whole
thinking this can't be that bad.
I was like that movie was gnarly. I was like hell yeah on Sinister. Even the sequel was decent.
I think that is something I wanted from this movie, though, is to see more of the tapes, or at least have like more stuff happen during the tapes that made you like in Sinister, for example, the famous lawnmower scene that everyone knows.
Mm-hmm.
If they had something like that in these tapes, I think I would have been very happy.
I want to say, y'all got that heart, the motherly blah 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 bullshit. I want to say, I've seen this before. It's Friday the 13th.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you've seen this movie before. I'm like,
No,
Matt.
we've all seen it.
I've seen this. I've seen this acted out before.
I thought he meant like he saw it before we saw it.
You guys said what?
Yeah, Matt.
No, Friday the 13th when the chick put on Pamela Voorhees's freaking sweater to freak out Jason to stun him. Same exact fucking premise.
What?
Y'all need to watch some Friday the 13th because
I don't
Well,
understand.
I'm
also
preaching.
this like film was also, they based it off of something that happened with their friend. Their friend tragically lost their child, and it was not like the whole thing, but it was like they wrote it for that reason. So it's like the same thing they did with Talk to Me. They had like a similar experience happen, and they're writing these movies based on those experiences.
That's what I like, is realistic.
It's like they're not
things.
made up. They're not some bullshit. These are like things that happen in their life, and then they create a story of it. That they do a wonderful job doing that.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Just not like, oh, let's think of a new
100%.
ghost story plot
It's
to
like-
think of how we can make money.
There's ways to make movies scary without the violence, without the gore. Sometimes people want to see more than that. They want to feel more than that.
And I felt that way with
Talk to Me.
Talk to Me, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
There
horror
were-
movie to me.
Talk to Me had more horror, and it had more of a connection of trying to talk to the dead and make a communication and all that stuff. I saw that more with Talk to Me than I saw Bring Her Back. Bring Her Back was very lackluster, in my opinion.
Did you guys know that they wrote the two movies at the same time?
Yes.
I didn't
And-
know that. Go ahead. What were you
I
gonna
would say yes, and they were supposed to get greenlit for Talk to Me 2, but instead they got greenlit for this one. Or something like that is from what I read.
Oh, I didn't know that. I did see, and I didn't look into this, so I can't confirm it. Apparently, there are some of the same characters in both movies. So they're in a
It's
sense,
in the same universe.
which I love that.
Yes,
If-
it's same universe.
At some point, like let's say they get 10 movies down the line, and all of a sudden you start realizing they're all connected, and there was a reasoning behind each plot happening.
Yeah,
where
that's
it's all,
tight.
I love that idea.
Me as well.
So hopefully that works out. And it is cool if they are all in the same universe and they don't really ever meet, but I still like the idea of they all meet up at some point or there's some kind of bigger connection.
But I agree with you. I wouldn't really call it horror. Like, to me, it wasn't scary. It was more of a tragedy to me.
It was more of a drama
No, I wouldn't call it a drama because I wouldn't send my mom to go watch this.
That's more of like
or
a thriller.
thriller, drama thriller.
Yeah.
It was more thriller-ish, but
So don't go into it with the expectation of it being a like body horror Saw type movie. I think I did see it because I tried not to watch previews for it beforehand, but I saw a comment where someone said, don't go into it with this expectation, go into it with this expectation instead. And I think that really helped. Whereas Matt probably went into it with the other expectation.
yeah, I think so. All right, so with all that being said, we are going to go into the rating process of how we felt about this movie and all that good stuff like we used to. It's been a while since we rated a movie.
We haven't boned anything in a minute.
Thank you.
We bone in tonight.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, my.
Ooh.
Oh, my.
Hi, Mom. Matt, you rate first.
Matt said 0.
No.
0 bones.
It was a good movie.
He said 0 bones.
It gets a 3 out of 10 for me.
Dang, that low, Maddie? You really,
Really?
didn't like that movie.
I really did not
Wait,
care for it.
I need to know.
It's down there with Nosferatu.
Wow.
See, okay, actually, I
okay.
forgot to mention this. Matt doesn't like art.
It's probably
The
first person.
cinematography could be beautiful. This script could be perfect. The costumes, the acting, all of it could be flawless. But if there isn't a single drop of blood, Matt will say that movie was garbage.
Matt will be like, that's not good enough for
Yeah.
me. That motherfucker didn't get tortured and his head like cut off in a vicious way. No.
Why didn't you like that movie? Exactly.
I just felt like the story was just kind of blah, and like I said, I don't know how exactly I would change the ending, but I feel like I would make the ending a little bit more grittier and you make that kid use that kid a little bit better because obviously he was kind of broken. Oliver, I would have used him and like find a way to like turn him onto her. She falls in the pool and he just goes Pac-Man on her throat or some shit with his cut up teeth.
Like have her weapon turned on her.
Yeah, exactly. Like she
Yeah.
falls on her sword, but we didn't get that. So 3 bones. Moving on.
That's wild. I'm gonna give it 8. Matt,
Sorry.
I don't think. I guess I did give a big old gasp when you gave your number. So yeah, okay, fair enough. I thought it was beautifully done. I love the script. It did have this. Matt, you guys can't see him, but he's making fun of me right now. It balanced. I think it balanced really creepy and like kind of gothic in a way that to me was really nice. I could watch that by myself on my couch on a Saturday night, no problem. Which I guess might, if for a scary movie, that might not be good because you want to be scared. But I loved it. I definitely was freaked out from it afterwards, but I could enjoy the story too. I just think it was really good. I think they did a brilliant job, and I can't wait to see what else they have in the future.
You
So-
guys. I love that movie so much. I'm not going to give it this is why I'm not giving it a 10. Okay. It doesn't get 10 because the older brother died too soon for me. I did not want him to die. And I didn't like that he died. So immediately I'm like, eh. So that right there doesn't. But it gets a 9. And also it gets a 9 because they played the fucking Veronicas. And that's sick as fuck. Yes.
I love that song.
Catfish, that's tight.
Okay, that's another thing about their movies is, for example, in Talk to Me, when they were playing the games and the music was going.
Mhm.
And this one, there's a scene after the father's funeral that the mom and the two foster kids are drinking together, which is
Yes, they get drunk.
incredibly inappropriate, but it was a really fun scene, and I like that they put that in their movies.
Me as well.
So I hope it doesn't get too predictable in the future, but I'm enjoying it right now.
But I do love that. So thank you.
Okay, with that being said,
Matt said, okay.
not to be a hater. That being said, it is a 6.66 on the Bonometer.
Oh, dang, 6.66.
Deserves more.
I love that. 666.
Matt will just throw a real low number in there just to mess up our score.
I'm not trying to hate on you guys. That's
no.
just how I felt. Like,
Okay.
we didn't even rate Nosferatu. Did we rate Nosferatu?
No.
We did
No,
not.
but if
I was still in a wheelchair then.
Oh yeah.
But that movie is also rated highly on my list.
But
you know what? I'm getting
sorry.
out of this car, bro. I'm getting out of this car.
I was actually explaining this after the movie. I think that there's two different genres of horror, and I'm learning that Matt does not like the, let's say, the B column. The A column is like bloody guts, possessions, monsters, like in your face, not even like really scary, just like over the top.
Like that real horror.
That
can't be
that
horror.
real.
can't be, yeah. And then there's the column B, which I think Sarah and I kind of fall more into, which is like the gothic, dark, really ominous, like cloudy day kind of horror movies.
That is like the perfect description,
Thank
bro.
you.
That was.
I appreciate that. So if you like the column B, then in the future you're going to want to listen to me and Sarah. If you like the column A, Sarah does like the column A, but
I do.
not as much as Matt does. So you're going to want to follow that side of it. So
Sarah's the middle.
yeah,
I am the middle.
we were going to kind of briefly touch on a couple of other movies we saw recently, and I think we're going to call it a night.
Yeah. I'll take the reins from here.
There you go.
I recently watched Sinners. Fucking amazing movie.
Don't spoil it, because
I'm not going to spoil this one. This movie is probably my horror movie of the year so far. Cinematography was done extremely well.
Oh, you like that cinematography?
Oh, fuck yeah, I did. Friggin', he did it. Ryan Coogler, who done like Black Panther and stuff like that, did an amazing job. He's worked with Michael B. Jordan in several other movies, Fruitvale Station, and a few others. I think he did Creed. I'm not too sure. I might have to double check that.
Hold me now. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking that too.
Oh my gosh.
Matt's like, I'm gonna get out of this car.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump off a cliff. Those who watched it might agree with me. You get minor Dusk Till Dawn vibes from it.
Is it kind of freaky? Do they get freaky in it or what?
Oh, there is one particularly freaky
Ooh,
scene.
I love that.
But yeah, loved it.
It's crazy because that movie, I don't feel like I saw a whole lot building up to it. And all of a sudden it was released and everyone started talking about how amazing it is.
It's done extremely well. There's one little musical scene, like Diddy scene in the movie, and it's done really freaking well. I really liked it.
Interesting. I wouldn't think that.
It helped set the tone for it, because like the movie's kind of musical centric, but you gotta remember this is like 1940s Mississippi, Alabama area, you know, like
I know you
segregation.
do musicals, so I will take that as this must be a really good movie if you're saying it's good. Matt does not like musicals.
Yeah, like there's just like one solid number that's like a minute or two long, and it was really well. And I was just like, because it helped set the tone for how the cultures and everything like that were being melded together in this whole movie.
Feel so untouched right now.
But loved it. Highly recommend it. You get a chance to watch it on digital. I think it's going to be officially on HBO by the time this releases. My second movie I wanted to talk about, Final Destination Bloodlines. Probably the best movie installment of the series. Highly recommend, especially if you like the Final Destination movies. Great kills, a lot of full circle stuff.
A lot of people have said that this is the best one out of all of them.
Oh,
I
definitely.
also heard that.
It is definitely the best. And it's funny because I never like researched into it or anything like that. And this isn't necessarily spoiling anything, but I always had a theory that Tony Todd's character, the guy that played Candyman and all that stuff, he's been in a lot of the Final Destination movies.
Mm-hmm.
I always assumed that he was like an avatar for death or an embodiment of death or whatever. And I had to do research, and I guess a lot of people thought that too for the longest time. Like because I never like really actually like deep dived into it.
Right.
And then I decided to after I watched this, and it was like a lot of forums and stuff like that that talked about, and then you watch Bloodlines and you find out like all of that was disproved, and there's an actual reason why
Well,
you see Tony Todd a lot.
It's amazing with internet culture nowadays how everyone can kind of get together and discuss their theories, and it just becomes this mass theory overnight almost, whereas back when Final Destination first came out, you would just kind of discuss stuff amongst your friends and it wouldn't go that far. Now it's like the entire world can discuss it.
Love the internet.
Yeah, it's
exactly. And like I said, if you're a fan of the series, you don't even have to watch all the past Final Destination movies. Like, they kind of touch on all of them towards the end. But, like, it pretty much makes all the movies come full circle. Really enjoy them. There's some great horror movies. And we got some good ones coming out. We got Megan 2.0.
What's that one coming out?
What Frank?
Weapons.
Oh, Weapons.
Weapons I really want to see. Except
Are you sure you want to see it after you watch Barbarian?
Okay.
Let's talk about that real quick.
I still want to see
sure?
Weapons because the trailer for Weapons looks so good. But I watched Barbarian last night. And everyone kept saying how good this movie is, and I was looking forward to it, and I watched it. I didn't watch any previews on it, nothing. I didn't see anything online, and I watched it, and I hated it. It just wasn't scary to me. It felt very silly, almost. I don't know. It just didn't feel... I'm trying to remember...
The word is bizarre.
I wouldn't
It
say
was bizarre. It was bizarre and creepy at the same way. Like, I gotta admit, like, when she came out of nowhere and, like, wrecked the Skarsgård, whichever one that was.
That part wasn't scary to me either.
I wasn't scared, but I was just like, whoa, because, like, he got wrecked.
Well, the first part of the movie where the main character and Bill Skarsgård, I can't remember her name, Tess and whatever his name is, when they both meet up at the Airbnb, and then it's a weird situation. You don't know if you trust him or not. And then all of a sudden their chemistry works really, really well. It just seemed like, okay, this movie is going to be serious and it's going to be good. And like, I just have a good feeling about this. And all of a sudden he gets his head smashed into the wall and she just looked ridiculous. And I couldn't get past she reminded me of in It Too. Remember when the red-haired girl goes to that old apartment?
The old lady.
The
old
naked
lady.
old lady. Yeah, she looked just like the naked old lady from It Too, and I couldn't not see that the entire time, and that's what it felt like to me.
You know what's funny is, like, she reminded me of the monster from Smile.
That too. It's a kind of a similar...
Like the lanky arms and all that.
Yeah, the big mouth. Like, it's a very similar look that I'm seeing a lot of now, and I'm just not crazy about it.
The breastfeeding part was my favorite part.
That was gnarly.
That part was so insane to me. I was like, this is real life.
I was
just like suck on my titty.
I was
so
like eating
uncomfortable.
yogurt and granola at the time, and I saw that. I was like, nope, I'm done.
The premise for the movie, I think, could be done really well, but because it was so, like, ridiculous, it just didn't work for me. But I do like the concept of, like, oh, there's this mysterious creature, no one has seen it, and all of a sudden the lore comes out about this, and at the end, maybe you find out this is what it is. But because of the way they, like, showed the monster at first, and then it's not a monster, it's this inbred woman, and
there's some weird shit going on down here.
It was too much. It was like, I couldn't do it, man.
It was like a if Fallout was real type of thing, and like they just decided to go underground even though they weren't.
That reminds me of like that dad that like locks his daughter up. Remember, like underneath his house, and he has like a bunch of kids with her, and their kids look all like crazy.
That's literally what this was.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what it reminds me of. I was like, is that what it's based off of? Because you know those fucking kids looked all fucked up.
Wait, that's a real story?
Yes.
Was that that's not Flowers in the Attic?
He like hit. Oh
Okay,
my god,
tell me.
what is it? That whole story. They made a movie on it, but yeah, the dad like said that girl ran away, never ran away, kept her under the house, had kids with her.
I hate that.
Her kids, one of them got super sick, and they had to take him to the hospital, and that's when they found out, because they're like, yo, this kid is fucked up. He's never seen the light of day.
It makes sense it would be based on that, because essentially this creature like never saw light, like it was always pale, was too afraid to go near the dad's room.
Girl in the Basement?
Is it? I don't know what movie.
Horrific story of Sarah, a teenager.
Yes, I know the girl's name was Sarah.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know. I just think that the way they presented everything was very strange. I think like it was fine, but I would never recommend it.
Seriously, I probably will never watch it again.
I will not watch it again. I usually kind of get.
This guy's playing with like a fucking little. What is he?
Oh my God.
What does he got? What is that?
Don't move. Don't move. Don't.
Why?
move.
Stop. Why are
Matt,
you
lock the
doing that?
doors.
Matt,
We'll
why
be
do you
fine.
say
There's a
that?
man walking by our car right now,
Don't worry.
and
He's just playing with his.
that's not. Oh, he's going through the cigarette ashtray. Man, don't do that.
Don't
See,
get
he's
him.
got a.
Just kidding. Don't.
He's like, oh, it's empty. Okay, I'm gonna make much room.
He's fiddling around with like a rod and.
It looked like a baton for a second. I was like, what are you doing, bro?
He's like, I was a twirler in high school.
All right, we're safe. He's fine. Anyway, with that being said, love you guys.
Love you.
guys.
Night
Have a
night.
good
Night.
night. Thank you for tuning in. Like, follow, and subscribe, and all that happy stuff.
Okay, bye.